The surgeon's words were blunt as a cleaver. "We can save your life, Mr. Harris, but not your leg." I stared at the fluorescent ceiling, numb from morphine, and from the idea that my right leg, partner in 86 years of mischief, would never leave that operating room. Memories flashed, sprinting down Brooklyn streets in '57, hiking Glacier Park with our newborn strapped to my chest, and brightest of all, twirling Margaret across the town hall parquet the night we won the winter formal trophy. The waltz was our language, three-quarter time our shared heartbeat. Lying there, a nurse asked if I had questions. Only one surfaced. "Can a man dance with one leg?" She hesitated, then offered a professional smile that meant unlikely. Margaret visited pre-op, eyes brimming but voice steady. She pressed an old photo into my palm, us mid-dip, her dress swirling like cream in coffee. "Promise me one more waltz," she whispered. Anesthesia hadn't started yet, but I already floated, dizzy at the audacity of her request, galvanized by its faith. I survived the surgery, my leg did not. Grief arrived quick, a phantom limb of identity. But louder than grief was the picture taped to my bedside. Those frozen smiles dared me to keep a promise. I learned the vocabulary of prosthetics: sockets, liners, microprocessors. Physical therapists spoke of independence. I dreamed only of cadence. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Our private Morse code. Doctors warned falls could be fatal. Margaret replied, "So could broken promises." And that is how an octogenarian with a titanium limb began training for a 4-minute waltz. A performance not for medals or YouTube virality, but for the woman whose faith proves sturdier than flesh. If you doubt a broken body can relearn grace, stay. The music is about to start. Rehab smelled of disinfectant and freshly buffed vinyl floors, the least romantic ballroom imaginable. Yet it became my studio. Day one, prosthetist Colin unveiled the temporary limb, carbon fiber shin, rubber foot, straps biting tender stump. He called it the training wheel. I called it Margaret's dance partner in progress. Parallel bars flanked a mirror. First stand felt like balancing on stilts over an earthquake. Sweat pooled, stump screamed, but the moment both feet, flesh and alloy touched tile, Margaret exhaled a soft yes that drowned the pain. Therapy routine morphed into choreography. Warm-up hip rotations to Strauss on the Bluetooth speaker. Strength weighted leg lifts while counting 1, 2, 3, imprinting rhythm into muscle memory. Balance drills, foam pad pivots, arms outstretched like a conductor summoning violins. Colin adjusted alignment weekly, each tweak nudging gait toward elegance. He 3D printed a lightweight foot with a split-toe design. "Better push off for spins," he grinned, half serious, half amazed. Home-mirrored rehab ingenuity, living room rug replaced by laminate plank, furniture pushed back, walls adorned with post-its marking waltz positions. Alexa played Andre Rieu on loop. Neighbors thought we'd opened a seniors dance studio. Margaret relearned her part too. She practiced frame posture against the pantry door, whispering counts while kneading bread. Every evening we dry ran the routine. Me shuffling in socks, her guiding hips like a seasoned coach. First attempts ended in comedic tangles. We laughed so hard, stump phantom pains eased. Outside world intruded with skeptic glances. At church potluck, Sister Alden clucked, "Shouldn't he rest instead of risking a fall?" Margaret replied, "He might fall, but he'll fall in time." 4 months in, final prosthesis arrived. Glossy ebony socket, hydraulic ankle, custom calf airbrushed with silver musical notes. Colin's surprise. I strapped in, stood taller, suddenly more cyborg than grandfather. Test stride felt like stepping onto a moving walkway. Fluid, propulsive. That night, Margaret set a single candle on the cleared floor. No spectators, no cameras, just us and a Spotify waltz. I took frame, inhaled, and for 3 tentative steps, we floated. She wept afterward, not from pity but recognition. The dance was back, embryonic yet undeniable. Now all that remained was stamina, confidence, and a venue worthy of a last waltz. Margaret chose the venue, Rosemont Community Ballroom, site of our first competition in 1964, now rented for our upcoming 60th anniversary celebration. Dates circled, 3 months away. Training intensified. Pedometer goals soared, staircase reps multiplied. I practiced knee control on grocery trips, pivot turns while mowing lawn with powered trimmer strapped to walker. Neighbors waved, some filmed, Grandpa Terminator trending briefly on local Facebook. But progress isn't a crescendo. It's jazz, fits, rests, riffs. Setback 1, stump infection. Red, angry, jeopardizing socket fit. 2 weeks antibiotic, no weight bearing. Promise trembling. I kept upper body conditioning, resistance band twirls, seated frame holds. Visualizing each bar of music. Setback 2, mental crash. Trial dance in rehab gym, surrounded by interns. Halfway through spin, prosthetic foot slipped on sweat droplet, nearly sent us sprawling. Applause turned to collective gasp, pride cracked. In locker room, I sobbed quietly, 86-year-old machismo dissolving. Margaret wiped tears, quoting our wedding scripture. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Then sterner, get back on the horse. This one's titanium. Colin added non-slip tread, therapist drilled fall recovery techniques. Confidence rebooted. We hired retired dance instructor Eloise, Spry 72, to refine artistry. She focused on lines, not limbs. Tango knees hide nothing, waltz forgives, she'd sing. She shortened steps to spare hip fatigue. Dress rehearsal 1 month out. Rented hall, string light canopy, portable speaker. Family invited as trial crowd. First entire piss without pause, heart pounded, but footwork held. Prosthesis clicking like castanets beneath trousers. Final dip executed, applause roared. Grandchildren chanted, "Encore, Robo-Gramps!" Post-run vitals elevated but safe. Cardiologist cleared performance with nitro spray in vest pocket for insurance. Anniversary week, tux tailored, right pant leg slightly wider to conceal hardware. Margaret's gown, deep burgundy. She stitched secret pocket for spare Allen wrench, just in case. Event night. Ballroom smelled of polish-eaten gardenias. String quartet tuned, 120 guests buzzed. I paced backstage, prosthesis whining quietly like stage fright's hiss. MC announced, "Please welcome the couple of the hour." Spotlight cut. Quartet struck first notes of The Blue Danube. We entered center floor, hush fell. First measure simple box. I felt every eye, but tunnel visioned on Margaret's smile. Compass, true north. Hydraulic ankle, absorbed floor. Socket snug, rhythm smooth. We progressed to natural turns. Audience murmurs shifted to awe. Mid-routine highlight, promenade pivot, Eloise's voice in memory. Commit or stumble. I committed, left leg, flesh, swept, prosthetic followed crisp arc. Room gasped, then erupted mid-song into claps. Final sequence, low dip. Physio once called it orthopedic nightmare. We'd practiced with crash mat, now only polished wood awaited. Margaret's cue squeeze, go. I lunged, joint pistons absorbing descent, her weight trussed soft. We held a heartbeat long, then rose, ending on perfect cadence, her hand atop mechanical calf, a deliberate reveal. Silence, then standing ovation thundered walls. I exhaled, tears blurring chandeliers into constellations. Rear camera captured something we missed. Grandkids spontaneously hugging, guests wiping eyes, Colin fist-pumping like pit crew chief. After bow, Margaret whispered, "Better than our first trophy." I countered, because cost was higher, reward priceless. The waltz ended. Life waltzed on, forever altered. Physically, daily prosthesis used strengthened core. Walker retired to garage. I joined a veterans amputee dance troupe, average age 37. They call me OG Twinkle Toe. We teach hospital demos, proving movement persists past amputation. Emotionally confident soared, nightmares of leg loss replaced by dreams choreographing new pieces. Foxtrot next. Margaret and I volunteer as peer mentors, visiting fresh amputees, showing video of our performance. Hopeless eyes spark. Medically, stump health improved via disciplined skincare learned for dance. Cardio now supported by moderate ballroom practice thrice weekly. Doctor trimmed medication doses. Family impact. Daughter, long postponing knee surgery, scheduled it after witnessing my resilience. Grandson enrolled in engineering to design adaptive sports gear. Community Ripple Rosemont Ballroom launched Silver Steps weekly seniors class. Enrollment tripled post-video. Local news aired segment. Comments flooded with phrases, love goals, never too late. Most profound consequence, marriage renaissance. Margaret and I rehearse gratitude daily. Each break, fast we list one new miracle titanium bestowed. Balanced posture, conversation starters, renewed intimacy. Loss gave way to gain, leg traded for legacy. Tonight, moonlight pools on living room laminate, where tape marks still faintly show our rehearsed squares. I slip off the prosthesis, massage scar tissue, and marvel. The artificial limb stands upright by itself, silent testimony that missing parts need not equal missing life. I hear faint Strauss from stereo, look over to Margaret asleep in armchair, book tilted. Her chest rises to waltz tempo, even dreaming she keeps time. People ask if that anniversary dance was truly my last. I answer, last of the old story, first of the new. Because endings and beginnings share choreography, step, pivot, release, embrace. If you're listening with something missing, limb, hope, chance, know this. Your dance floor might look like rehab tiles now, but music still plays. Plot your steps with Velcro straps if you must. Enlist love as metronome. Let persistence polish each glide. And if you're the partner, your steady arm can replace gravity, your smile outshout spectating doubt. Fasten screws, tie laces, cue the quartet of belief. Hit subscribe for more Late Life Encores. Tap like if your heart heard the downbeat and share below. What dance will you learn when life removes the leg you thought you couldn't live without? Because somewhere under chandeliers or hospital fluorescence, a waltz waits, and with or without the limbs we started with, love insists we take the floor.